communicate that while I am also a sexual being, and once I get to want to have sex with you, I am a sexual being and I got you. But until, like, it's gonna be you gotta wait for me to get there. And I understand that not everyone wants to wait. So I give the person the out. I communicate with them very early on so that they can leave if they are not willing to wait. And like I said, I make it incredibly clear. I am not waiting till marriage. I am not a virgin. Like, I will have sex with you if I get to the point where I am physically attracted to you. But, like, why? I mean, why would you want to have sex with me if I can't even get properly going? Like, if I'm not into it, do you really want to have sex with me? You really want to have sex with someone who's not interested in you? Like, I don't know. I just... I don't know. I just don't know. So, anyways, that was the first part of Hillary's comment. Then she goes on to say, and a lot of people I feel like in the comments went on to say this kind of a thing, but she says, it replying to the comment. I don't know, maybe Hillary doesn't identify as a she. I'm sorry if I have misgendered you, Hillary. But you go on to say, Hillary goes on to say, that wanting sex out of a relationship doesn't mean you only want one thing, and not only men want sex. I agree! Like, I never said that just because someone, be it guy, girl, otherwise, if they want sex out of a relationship, that's the only thing that they want from me. I never said that. I have said that when guys find out, or, I tell them that I'm demisexual and they're going to have to wait a little bit until I want to have sex with them before I will have sex with them, that's when I don't hear from them anymore, and that's when they leave, because that is all they wanted from me. No, not all men, and not all women, and not all anybody. I'm not saying any of that. I am saying the men that I have been with, that has universally, for the most part, except for the people that I've been in long-term relationships with, that is the case. I would love, I have loved, when I find out that some guys want more than sex with me. That's great. I appreciate it. Like, Thank you. I don't know how to pronounce your username. I'm sorry. Is it me, Aggie B? Is it Meagy B? Either way, says, I'm sorry this is so frustrating for you and you feel like you have to explain yourself. I don't think it's impossible to find someone who will wait for you. I mean, I agree. It's unfortunate that people are pushing this far about you. Between assumptions and bullying, it's all too much. You shouldn't have to explain yourself. Your relationships are yours. Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things that I do share a lot with you guys. And so, like, I understand that people want to know more or want clarification on things. And that's why I'm okay with giving it. I just get so freaking frustrated when people don't ask me to my face, or, like, during a live stream, or, like, send me a tweet or whatever and say, like, Cassie, is this what you meant? Or, like, Cassie, like, I understand that these, like, you say these are the things that are happening. Like, have you XYZ blah? Like, listen, I might not be the one here that needs to get better at communicating. That was a little too snarky. I agree. But you know what I mean? It's like, why did you have to, in a comment that you're not guaranteed I'm gonna read? Because I cannot physically, I don't have time to read every single comment on every single video of mine. I just don't. Literally, no one does. I would say probably, this is an assumption, but anyone who gets over 10,000 views per video probably doesn't have enough time to respond and or read every single comment on every single one of their videos. It's just literally not possible. Literally not possible. Anyways, so I think I responded to that. Oh, I think the part that really got to me, and this wasn't only from Hillary, this was from a couple other comments, and this is what like kind of got me fuming, is just saying that, I mean, aside from the fact that people are making it sound like I'm unfair to people in relationships, or I'm not upfront to people in relationships, like that, that's, okay, anyways, I'm losing my train of thought. I've got too many things swirling around in my head right now. But she says, excuse me, they say, I am sorry, Hillary, again, if I've misgendered you, but they say, Hillary says, the fact that she continues to perpetuate a gross stereotype that over-sexualizes men and desexualizes women is so insane. She's allowed to have her boundaries, but him having different boundaries doesn't make him a bad guy. When did I say it makes him a bad guy? When did I say it makes him a bad guy? When did I say? When did I say women are not sexual and never want to have sex? When did I say that? Honestly, I am fairly positive that I even said in the stream that there are definitely women out there that don't give a fuck about having sex. Anyone. It's great. They don't have emotional hang-ups like I and some other people do. And that's great. I'm jealous. Like, I'm really jealous. I wish I could be physically attracted to somebody that I don't know anything about them. I'm super jealous. But, like, that's not how my brain and my body work. I wish. Trust me, it would, like, I'm gonna get emotional. Because it would save me so much heartbreak. It would save me so much bullshit. If I could have sex easily with other people. I would love it. If I could. And I think it is fabulous that we are at a point where women can do that, for the most part, without being stereotyped or called a slut or a whore or whatever, but unfortunately that is a huge thing that still goes around. I think it's amazing that women are more able and respected to be sexual and show their sexuality. When have I ever said otherwise? I don't get it. I don't get it. Or when have I ever said that all men want from women is sex? Never. I have said that it's a huge thing that men want. Most men, a lot of men. But it's not all. And like I said, I know that it's very important for a lot of men. And that is why I am so upfront about me not giving that to them right away, because I don't think it's fair for me to lead people on. I seem offended that men want sex? No, I'm offended when... Let me find the right wording. It's not even that I'm offended. Well, first off, I get offended when guys, to anyone, see anyone as just a sex object. I think that's whatever. Or I should say, when guys or when people use, I can't speak well on this. I get offended when anyone uses anyone only for their own sexual gratification. How about that? And has like no respect for the other person that they are using as an object. Yep. Yeah, and it's not that I'm offended when guys only want sex from me. I'm frustrated. There's the word I'm looking for. I am frustrated that I have such a hard time finding a guy that doesn't only want sex from me. How am I playing the victim? How am I playing any kind of a victim? All I said is that I'm frustrated. I said I'm understanding. Like, if you were upfront with them and then they get bored without the sex, that's their own fault, not yours, but you gotta let them go, but it does hurt. They're not your person. I mean, yeah, it's literally just people. People have different sex drives. Sorry, I have cat hair in my freaking mouth. People have different sex drives. People have different sex preferences. People have different sex. People are different. And it's hard finding someone to be compatible with. Period. Oh, yeah, here, and then it continued. Hillary decided to continue by saying that she edited to add that the more I talk in my live stream, the more, by the way, more spelled M-O-R-R, and then continues to call me ignorant, but then you spelled more. Okay. But either way, the more that I talked in my live stream, the more ignorant I sounded on various sexualities and gender issues. Cool. So I'm ignorant. Thanks. I'm ignorant, yet I'm very upfront about my sexuality with my partners. And I talk about sex openly with my partners. And I read up on sexualities and genders and all of that stuff in my spare time. But I'm ignorant. So ignorant. Sandra says, yes, you are. Sandra, do you want to be blocked? I don't know how to block people in a live stream. I told you all that I hadn't talked about demisexuality with the guy you're dating, though. Well, how do I explain this in a way that's easy to understand? No, I have not. Because that's something I would rather talk to someone about in person. And I haven't seen him in over a month now. So no, I have not told him that I'm demisexual. I have told him that I am not at a point where I am ready to be in a sexual relationship with him, though. Saying that doesn't, like, that, I don't, my brain wires are so fried. I shouldn't have to tell him that I'm not at a point where I want to have sex with him right now, and then also go on a huge